It's always been true that inside your organization, there's different boundaries and different people you might trust more or less, might be more or less in touch with your security practices. And in 2020, there's all kinds of new ways in which this is true. An extra layer is that the administrative boundaries inside your organization are probably nothing compared to what you might deal with if you're talking about sharing data with another firm. It's extremely common in cases where things go wrong in cybersecurity that there is some kind of an angle like this where you're sharing data with someone who's not really inside the walled castle of your cybersecurity perimeter in the way that you'd like. These things can very commonly orbit around the cloud. It could just be a partner that you have a legitimate need to share data with, but isn't really up to your standards in terms of security expertise. And in general, more and more of the action around analytics is about external platforms that you need to put your data into, but then create new counterparty risk. These are people you need to trust to do what they're saying they're going to do, and in a responsible way. I founded Capnion because I thought there was a lot more to be done about this problem. I'd like to show you a few tricks. What we do proceeds from a couple observations. One, it would be great if you could keep data encrypted more often. Here I've got some made-up personal information. Down here I've encrypted it. The second observation is that a lot of what people do with data isn't about the data itself, it's about internal relationships in the data. So here I've taken this encrypted data and I've chopped it up into a couple pieces, and I'm going to demonstrate an inner join down here. Now I've cheated. In some settings you wouldn't want to decrypt, but I actually performed this inner join on the encrypted data, and then you can see I got exactly the same answer as when I did the same join with pandas. So to the extent you're doing ETL, you're doing data munging, you're trying to set up a data set for some larger project, a lot of that work can be done on encrypted data, and you don't need to expose the raw, sensitive underlying personal information in a way that it could get lost. Now you might call this the encrypted data in use approach, and what's particularly powerful about it is it extends pretty easily to doing things like fuzzy matching. It gives you a lot of flexibility to handle data however you would normally handle it, and onto doing machine learning, different types of clustering techniques, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're doing with the data, you can do it in much the same way on data that stays securely encrypted the whole time. Just in case this appeals to anybody out there, this is a real technology. I'm playing with it live on the web right now. If you'd be interested in giving it a test drive, tinkering around with it, let me know.